Yo, what it do, you true? This Trail 247 reacts back with another video. But I go ahead and do this video on 50 Cent, and I guess Tony Yayo got some secrets in their closet. They got some secrets. We about to get into it. Y'all hit that like button, that sub button, that motherfucking hype button, man. Roll to 500 subs. About to get into it, though, y'all.
Business to Cam Capone. So his name is Domination, and during his Cam Capone interview, he revealed when Tony Yayo got smacked, how 50 Cent got shot, and why he got shot. He tells it all.
Whoa! Shit just got real.
Now, at some point, you meet Tony Yayo. You know Tony Yayo since you were a kid?
I know Tony Yayo since I was a kid, yeah. He was signed to a, not signed, because they wasn't signed, but they was in an underground group called Rags to Riches. It was him, Fat Shy, a.k.a. DJ Rough Hands, God bless the dead, and my man Katif, God bless the dead. They call him Huey P.
Do you remember how you guys met? Did you guys go to school together?
No, we didn't go to school together. Yayo like 10 years older than me.
Oh, he old as
shit. We didn't go to school together. We met on the block.
Yayo old as hell.
134 God Brewer.
Okay, so these were like your big homies that you looked up to.
He was never my big homies. I never looked up to him, ever, in my life.
The level of disgust that he has at the thought that Tony Yayo will be his big homie. Now, I don't understand it because I always thought Tony Yayo was a pretty respectable dude in the hood. I thought Tony Yayo, for the most part, is somebody with really no real smut on his name. Like Tony Yayo never really got knocked out in public, never really did something grimy. We never really heard nothing bad about Tony Yayo over these years. But for some reason, he don't want for Tony Yayo to be his big homie, which, okay, I guess. Now, if you guys are not aware of like the long-standing beef between this guy and 50 Cent, do your research.
It gets
really violent. Now, before they got off Tony Yayo completely, he told a story about how Tony Yayo got slapped during a dice game.
Oh,
what would you think? What would you say your like wildest situation growing up there?
They said Tony Yayo got slapped. I can't see that.
Man, I don't think that's for the camera. Come on. So there was a time that we was on the block and a dude walked through with his girl. And he walked through a whole bunch of dudes because our block is, any given day, is flooded. It's not like that now, but it was 20, 30 guys on the block. And when the guy walked by, dudes threw a duck sauce at his head. And it was, in retrospect, it was corny, but everybody was laughing about it. I really wasn't jacking it, but that's one of the scenarios, but.
That shit's
okay, what happened after you guys threw the duck sauce at him?
I mean, what you gonna do? You got 20, 30 people. What is the dude really gonna do? It was really like some bully, so I really didn't respect it, right?
Yeah,
but that's one of the wild
situations,
you know? But there's other situations that it been dice games, like Tony Yayo was at a dice game, he was rolling dice with somebody and left, he got smacked, guns came out.
Tony Yayo got smacked.
It was a Wild West situation, you know?
I ain't even gonna lie.
I'm questioning if that Tony Yayo story is true, because if they asked you, what's the craziest thing you've been through, and you bring up how y'all threw, I don't know, like a Laffy Taffy at somebody's head. Like, how, like, bro, kids in the suburbs have done that. Like, that's not really no crazy story. But then you follow with the Tony Yayo story, and I'm like, hold on, if the Tony Yayo story was real, wouldn't the Tony Yayo story be the first thing you bring up?
Yeah, right.
Wouldn't that have been the first thing you brought up to say, yo?
Bro, Tony Yayo. Yeah, that's the biggest name, bro. Like, come on, bro. Oh, bro, Tony Yayo got his ass smacked, nigga. That would be the first thing to come out your fucking mouth. Stop the cap, bro. You wouldn't even let the interview go on that long for the, you feel me?
Tony Yayo got slapped, guns got pulled out. It was like, wouldn't that be the first story you lead to? Like, so I don't know, bro. I'm questioning that.
I'm questioning that.
Now, him and 50 Cent, and Yayo, they were all really, 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 really cool. I think him and 50 ultimately fell out when 50 Cent refused to pay his bond, and then he got out, and then him and 50 got this like memorable moment where they're arguing over the radio phone. I think it was Hot 97. But yeah, so he was really close with 50 Cent at the time, so he's really tapped into all the lore and all the stories that we kind of heard but don't know the full details of. One of those stories being 50 Cent's beef with Supreme and what led to 50 Cent being shot?
As far as being in the studio with 50,
I know about this, so I know about this.
Rough Hands used to have a studio in his basement. It was like a makeshift studio. It didn't really produce the best quality, but we was there. Like 50 would record his thing, right? Nothing to do with us. He's just from our block. And we used to go record our parts. We was 134 All-Stars, right? There was a particular...
Stop trying to downplay 50, nigga. I ain't never heard a song by you a day in my life, nigga. Don't come for my nigga 50, nigga. I fuck with 50, my fault.
The moment that I recall that there was a artist named Storm P, right? And this was after 50 got stabbed. There was an artist named Storm P.
He exposing a lot.
I was in the studio.
You better shut up.
My man Dre Product was in the studio. Doc Intelligence was in the studio. A dude named Gangsta Lou from Linden was in the studio. We was all there chilling, right? We was doing the mastermind.
Smurf was there?
Smurf was there. Yeah, Yayo was there and Banks was there, as a matter of fact. Also, yeah, they was on that, but Banks wasn't Banks at the time. He was Lazy Lloyd.
Lazy
He
Lloyd.
wasn't dealing with 50 at that time, right?
That was his name for it. That was a trash name.
We go to the studio and whatnot. We waiting to record. There's a dude named Storm P. He's from Baisley Projects. He actually ended up being managed by Superstar J. I don't know if that's still true to this day, but he was nice. He was doing this beat. I don't recall the beat, but his bars was hard. I recall the bars. He said, I dodged potholes, man, so I don't f my rims. You dodged puddles, so you don't f your Timbs. And I was like, whew. He was young at the time, like our age, 18, 17, around that time. I'm like, oh, this nigga's nice. He's like, he was spitting that pain. So 50 came in the studio while we was in the studio, and he heard that, and he said, yo, who beat is that? Like, yo, I'm jumping on that. He ain't even asked boy that actually did the beat. He just said, yo, I'm jumping on that. So the engineers let him jump on the track. He said, rumor last year, 50 got bagged. Rumor this year, 50 got stabbed. What's the rumor next year, huh? 50 got mad and tore Jai head off with the 4-4 mag. He said something about black, my baby mom's a wild out and stabbed me worse than that. You know? So that was the issue, of course.
That moment is why 50 Cent got shot. So 50 Cent is in the studio. Now he's in a mindset right now where he's just dissing any and everybody he's trying to get on. He just dropped How to Rob. He's doing his thing.
Oh, okay. He just dropped How to Rob. Okay.
You come in and you're not really aware of who's in the room with you. You just a rapper. You see a hot song. He's around people you know and people you like and people you got a relationship with. So you just assume he good. He wasn't good. The dude whose song he hopped on, well, he's from the same neighborhood as Ja Rule or people who was affiliated with Ja Rule.
Oh, okay.
That got back to Ja Rule. That got back to Supreme. And apparently, that right there was the icing on the cake. And that was what broke the straw back. And that really made him wanted to go after 50 Cent. So what took place was, I'm assuming 50 Cent did that. Dude went back and told Ja Rule or Supreme or people associated with Ja Rule, hey, bro, I was in the studio. 50 just hopped on this track. He said this. I ain't know nothing, bro. Don't blame me. Right? Because if he didn't tell them, all right, then imagine that song dropping and they find out, bro, this is Lil Homie who be around here, and he let 50 Cent diss Ja.
He would have looked
so
crazy.
He told. Now, after he told, he didn't go too deep into details in regards to what the conversation was, but that was apparently the straw that broke the camel back, and they was determined to kill 50 Cent the next day.
Like I said, you know, Storm P was from Baisley, so 9 times out of 10, his management team was from Baisley. Supreme is from Baisley, right? I'm not privy to what happened after that, to what happened if Preem called 50 or not, or what was being said. I'm not privy to that. I do know that after that studio session, the next day, I went to the block around 12 o'clock, something like that, and they like, yo, 50 got shot earlier. So we all go to the back blocks. It's taped off. So we actually honestly thought he was dead. We didn't know he made it. We thought he was dead, you know?
Right? When I reverse, I said, I seen the car coming. I'm trying to be considerate. But I thought 50 saw it So he ain't say nothing. But when I turned around, I'm like, yo, who this? I seen somebody jumping out the car. He seen the car, but he didn't see the person jump out the car. That's what I mean. I asked him, yo, who this? He like, I'm waiting for a response. And the response I get was, oh, so I'm like, oh, when I turned, niggas started shooting. So I forgot the car was in reverse. I'm thinking the car's in drive. So when I step on the gas, I hit their car, thinking that I was gonna go forward. I went backwards. So when I went backwards, I hit my head. That froze me. But 50 said he didn't get shot to this point here when they froze me. That's when the gunman came around the car and he shot us. But in that process, the girl was screaming. She like, drive, drive. So that's what woke me up. And I drove down the block. And I drove him to the hospital.
Y'all both, you got shot, right?
Okay, and so did you reverse the car at all after you kind of started to take off?
I just told you I had the car in reverse. I said that.
Okay, let me explain that. Sorry, bro. Let me explain a little bit better. So you guys start to take off. At any point, did you guys like...
Oh, yeah. I see what you said. Yeah, I did reverse back. When 50 told me he had a gun, I did reverse back. I didn't think you wanted me to say. I see what you did. You went and you seen what I said before. All right, yeah. I had a gun. Yeah, we had guns in the car. I backed up. I said, yo, I was going.
How y'all get caught loafing that bad, 50? Damn, 50, you could have really been gone. I would have never heard a song by you, bro. This world is crazy.
Go back to shoot. But he was already hurt, and Shorty was like, yo, take him to the hospital, take him to the hospital. So I took him to the hospital. I couldn't take hearing what she was saying. She was all hysterical. I had to get her out the car. So when I got her out the car, it was just me and 50. I wasn't from Queens, so I told him to stay up. Yo, you gotta direct me to the hospital. So he directed me to the hospital.
Were you shot at this time?
I didn't know I was shot until I got to the hospital.
Where were you shot at?
I got shot in my left hand. It went in and out.
You didn't even know you were shot for all that time driving and everything?
Nah, I didn't know I was shot. The way, like, it went through my flesh. Like, it wasn't really like, it's like through right here.
So he got shot how many days after? Just a day after?
The day after, yes. The day after.
Hip-hop got to start doing a better job at feeding
crazy,
our OGs, man. Because our OGs not being fed is why they're on podcasts.
Literally.
Telling like a mug.
I feel bad
there's no
for that
statute
shit,
of limitation on attempted murder in New York. They shot 50 Cent 9 times. That's attempted murder. Nobody has been arrested for it yet. All right. So
Literally.
you coming on a podcast and even relaying this information and confirming certain things, isn't that all bad? I know at some point in his interview he did say, man, certain things I can't speak on. But what made you think you can speak on this situation?
Yeah, this is a crazy situation.
I don't know, bro. We got again, man. We got to do a better job at feeding our OGs, man. Because they out here starving, man. They telling every story they can tell, man, to try to get booked for another interview, bro. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? No disrespect to the brother, man. I just don't understand why you're on podcast telling these stories. But it's all love and respect, man, from my end. Let me know what y'all think, all right? Is this all bad? Is this telling? All right, and if you're...
Look, I'm not going to say it's telling. I'm not even going to say it's telling. Because he really didn't have nothing to do with it. And the person ain't got caught. So it's like, it's really not telling. But I can see if the dude was in jail currently fighting the case. Yeah, I'd be telling, but nobody knows who did it, so it's like, it's not really you know what I mean? But I will say, the end of the day, this shit is crazy, bro. I never knew that, I never knew that, 50 Cent got shot over a fucking studio session. I never knew that shit, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. That shit's crazy. Over a studio sessions? Y'all be safe though. Y'all hit that like button, that sub button, that hype button. Roll to 500 subs, nigga.